it do? Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, what it do, what it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yes.
It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back with,
With
another
another
reaction video. All right, y'all. So look, we back in the building once again. Happy Tuesday to everybody
Happy
out there.
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, that is.
Right.
Eat some tacos for us.
Yes, please.
You know what I'm saying? Please, pretty please. All right. So, we about to do another legendary reaction.
Yes.
Another legendary.
Yes.
Legendary reaction. So with that being said, let them know what we're reacting to today.
We are reacting to Tucker Carlson,
Tucker Carlson, which is probably a news anchor, I'm guessing.
Fox News, yes.
Okay. And the commentary is
2 inmates at women-only New Jersey prison became pregnant from transgender convict.
wow. Wow. So they're allowed to go into a woman's prison. Right? That's basically, yeah. Obviously, right? All right, well, let's see what this has to say. But before we do, everybody that's out there who has not yet subscribed to that channel.
Yes.
No.
My goodness, man.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby. Man, come and join the
on.
squad. Half
Oh,
and
why
J.
not? Why not? It's free.
You feel me?
Right.
We over here kicking off.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I told you no matter how many times we do it. Come on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
You gotta say it. We over kicking off. You gotta start it over.
Nah, we just gonna go on with it.
All right.
We just gonna go on
Okay.
with it. Goodbye, man. Goodbye. You got boom.
Boom. You know I forget you.
Here we go. Let's get it, man.
So in modern America, if you point out that biological sex is a physical reality, you can be fired from your job. The Washington Post will send a reporter to your house to intimidate you, but it doesn't...
Wait a minute. What did he say?
He's talking fast.
So in modern America, if you point out that biological sex is a physical reality, you can be fired from your job. The Washington Post will send a reporter to your house to intimidate you, but it doesn't change anything. Denying reality doesn't change reality. You can say gravity isn't real, but if you jump off the roof of your garage, you're still going to get hurt. And that's true for biological sex. It is, in fact, real, whether the authorities admit it or not. Officials in New Jersey are learning that lesson this week. 2 female inmates at a supposedly all-women's prison in New Jersey have just become pregnant. You wonder how that happened. Well, it turns out those women had sexual encounters with another inmate who was a biological man passing as a woman. Now, some people predicted that this would happen, and they were laughed at, mocked, and attacked as bigots. Kara Dansky is at the very top of that list. She said this years ago on our show.
Wow.
She's the president of the U.S. chapter of the Women's Declaration International, author of the book The Abolition of Sex, How the Transgender Agenda Harms Women and Girls, and we are happy to have Kara Dansky back. Kara, thanks so much for coming on. I'll never forget the first time, and it had to have been at least 4 years ago, when you said, if we keep going down this path, we're going to have biological men in women's prisons.
Okay, first of all, my thing is this. If society and everybody is okay with transgender, why are they making such a big deal about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why make a big deal about it if they're okay with it? They clearly knew that this person was a transgender.
Right.
When they got locked up. They clearly knew that. So it's kind
But
of
like he said, if you go against the biological makeup, you get fired from your job. Like, it's like people have to conform to that.
Yeah, but I'm saying the law allows that to happen.
Right.
So why are they making such a big deal about it if the law allows it? Like, it shouldn't be on the news. Like, why is it on the news?
A lot of people don't agree.
To bring attention to it.
Yeah, to bring attention to it.
To draw another conversation about it. So, you know what I'm saying? On the real. So maybe another law can go through what's it called? Legislation or whatever.
Legislation.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, That's all that is, man. I mean, because like I said, if it's the law, why talk about it?
Right.
So, but
Thanks so much for coming out. I'll never forget the first time, and it had to have been at least 4 years ago, when you said, if we keep going down this path, we're going to have biological men in women's prisons. And you were right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. You know, though, the story that's happening in New Jersey is obviously horrible for so many reasons. We need to not have men being housed in women's prisons. But a couple takeaways from this that I just want to point out are, first of all, the state is not getting...
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm thinking now again, right? Mm-hmm. So, let's say that same person that got the 2 inmates pregnant, let's say they got into a fight with an inmate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or is that gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
how
Would
they...
it be a woman-on-woman fight or a male-on-woman fight?
Exactly.
Right.
And how would they view that?
And I was just thinking, what if a trans man went to a men's prison and didn't have the surgery done down there? Like, how are they sent to the male prison, or are they kept at a women's prison?
That's a very good question.
Right.
That's a very good question. I wonder would they allow that inside there, and if so, I'm pretty sure they'd be PC'd up though.
True. But what if
They ain't gonna be allowed in general population.
But what if they're not? What if
It's
they
gonna be a
just what if
problem.
they
It's gonna
slip
be an
through?
issue. It's gonna
But
be-
you know, mistakes happen.
No, you're right.
What if they just slip through?
If they slip through, it's because one of the correctional officers allowed that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because imagine what kind of issue that's gonna cause inside of a men's prison. Because the majority of the men are in there are just probably heterosexuals.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, they don't want that up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think women are more receptive to transgenders than men are.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I do. I think that.
A couple takeaways from this that I just want to point out are, first of all, the state is not getting away with this by telling its residents that they are housing men in women's prisons. What they are doing, of course, is telling the residents that they are housing so-called transgender women or trans women in women's prisons, suggesting that there is some sort of subcategory of women that is called transgender women or trans women, and it's not true. The fact of this story shoots a hole right through the trope that trans women are women. Our society has been taught that we are supposed to say and think that trans women are women, but obviously that is not true, because the individuals that are the focus of the story impregnated women, and every thinking adult, no matter what the President of the United States has to say on the matter, knows that there is no category of women who can impregnate women. So I really want to thank you for highlighting this story. And I also just want to point out that this is not just a problem in New Jersey, this is a problem across the country. I know that we have talked previously about how the state of California recently enacted a law at the end of 2020, which went into effect in 2021, which mandates that men be housed in women's prisons on the basis of their so-called gender identity if they say that they are women. Washington State has a similar policy.
So California has that same policy then. So a man who is transgendered over to a woman can go into a woman's prison.
Right.
But did they say that a man transitioned over to a woman going to a man's prison? They didn't say that though.
No.
Okay. I didn't know California had that law.
I didn't either.
But it just passed, she said, in 2020. And it just went over in 2021.
Okay.
So
Okay.
but just recently,
Right.
actually.
Right.
Their identity if they say that they are women. Washington State has a similar policy. However, this is not just happening in blue states, this is happening across the country. As far as I know, 49 states plus the District of Columbia have some form of law or policy in place that mandates the housing of men in women's prisons.
Wow.
Why is it left to you and J.K. Rowling and a couple of others to point this out? Where are the physicians who know perfectly well that what you're saying is true, the biologists who know it every bit as well? Why are they going along with this when they know it's a lie?
So the entire medical establishment in the United States has been captured by so-called trans.
Wait, what that say? Transgender inmate Demetrius Minor is serving 30 years for killing his foster father.
Ooh.
Damn.
Medical establishment in the United States has been captured by so-called trans ideology. And what I really want all Americans across the political spectrum to understand is that trans is not a civil rights movement to protect a marginalized community of people. It is a multi-trillion-dollar industry that is pushing this. It is paying the medical establishment. It is paying most media outlets. It is paying our government. It is paying our schools at all levels, elementary schools through college, to push the idea that the material reality of sex does not exist, and that what is more important than the material reality of sex is so-called gender identity. This is all being pushed by a multi-trillion-dollar industry in the guise of a civil rights movement. It's all a lie.
And these are the people providing our medical care. It's really scary when you put it
They
that
are.
way.
I know someone who is a medical student right now, and she is horrified about what's being taught. I do just want to say really quickly, there's something that has been announced in the past couple of weeks called the Women's Bill of Rights. This was drafted by members of the Women's Liberation Front and by members of Independent Women's Voices, supported by my organization, Women's Declaration International, as well as Concerned Women for America. And I really hope that one of the members of Congress introduces it. Thank you so much.
I hope so too. Great to see you. We'll be right back.
Damn, that's...
These days and times have me so panicked and anxiety filled, afraid, because our family members that are the little kids coming up, they're being taught all of this stuff in school, and they're going to believe this at one point. And it's sad that even in cartoons they're showing all of this to children, and just pushing that agenda, and it's sad to me.
Right.
It's only so much we can teach them.
I seen the news a family whose son, I want to say, whose son wanted to be a girl. And they supported what he wanted. And they was on the news talking about it and stuff like that. And he's still in high school. He's like 15, 16 years old, something like that. And they supported that. You know what I'm saying? But somebody was on there talking to them also on the news, saying, well, why would you support something from a minor that may not even be for sure what they really want at that particular time? Like, why would you proceed to go through that whole procedure, operation, and everything, if, let's say, 10 years down the road, you know what I'm saying?
And I understand the support, because when you're not supported, you go into this depression, and you feel like everybody hates me, and it turns into something bigger. I understand the support. So it is like it's a
double-edged sword.
It is. It's
a double-edged sword.
It's hard to.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta. I mean, because you gotta think about it, it's your kid.
Right.
So you want to support your child, but if your belief is the different opposite from what they believe in, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you're stuck in between the two.
Right.
You're really stuck in between the two. Because you want to support, but then you're going against your own personal
beliefs, right?
And if you're a religious person like that, then you're going against your religion and what you believe in.
And but you know what? That's when love conquers all. You know what I'm saying? You explain your beliefs to your child,
right? And
you understand where they're coming from, but you just have to give them that, that unconditional love, and you know what I'm saying?
Right. So would you do you think a parent should say, hey, listen, okay, I support what you're doing, but I'm not going to pay for anything
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when
Be
you-
supportive that way.
Right.
Be supportive mentally.
Exactly.
More than and emotionally more
Right.
than anything else. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what
Be
I'm saying?
supportive that way.
Right.
And don't go against your beliefs. Explain to your child this is what you firmly believe in, and you know I'm going to support you.
Right.
Not financially.
Right.
But you're gonna get my undivided attention and love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm? Yeah.
It's kind of like you don't feel that killing somebody is the right thing to do, right? But let's say if your son did kill somebody, you follow what I'm saying? Once again, you go support him mentally and you know things like that. But you're not gonna support what he did.
What he did, right?
You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
But you gonna definitely support him mentally. You go try to be there for him the best way you can.
Right.
Send him little food here and there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Stuff like that.
Right.
You
Don't
know,
give
but
up.
Don't give up on him.
Right.
You feel me? Real talk. So
Ooh, life is real.
it is.
Life is scary.
Yeah.
Life
But anyway.
is scary.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about it. Leave the comments down below.
Yes.
Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you made
Yes.
it this far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You made it this
You
far.
might as well.
Real talk, hit it. But let's get to the shout outs though.
Okay. First shout out goes to Will M. What's up, Will M?
Will M. Will M N.
Oh,
I don't
my
know. But anyway, shout out to you though, Will. Hope you enjoyed that, man. Let us know what your thoughts is about that. It's definitely a deep conversation. So,
Very deep.
Let us know what you think about it, man. Come back and join us for some more.
Yes, come back. Second shout out goes to Deanna. What's up, Deanna?
Deanna, what's
Yes.
going on with you? D-N-N. No, I ain't got nothing to do. But anyway,
Oh,
shout out to you though, Deanna. Hope you enjoyed that commentary. Let us know what your thoughts are and your opinion is, and hope you come back and join us for some more.
yes, come back, please.
We out this thing?
We out this thing.
All right, y'all, we gone.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, damn.
I was taking a selfie.
I've seen